She is unhinged. And wait, no. I think that's clear if anyone spends any time with me. I haven't really gotten any troll comments yet. I'm just like kind of waiting because I feel like that's how you know you've made it, you know? No, you follow the channel, you subscribe to the channel. That's it. Subscribe. Okay, be little. I wish. Hey guys, welcome back to Cupcakes OMG, where I cuss for sure, cook sometimes, rant always, and sometimes a rave. We're actually going to do the last two things today. I'm going to share with you a bunch of different product empties that I've been hoarding, saving to share with you just for this video. Before we get started today, I just want to remind you guys, make sure you are subscribed to my channel so that you never miss a video. And make sure if you like this video that you actually give it a like. It's very easy. While you're watching this, you can literally tap that thumbs up. That's a like. That's it. That's it. Without further ado, let's get started on my first product empties video. If I had to today build a list of my top 3 new discoveries for 2022 or favorite products for 2022, this would be high on the list. This is the Way body cream. Way is a brand that I think most people associate with hair care. So it actually comes, it's like a blue body cream. Y'all, it's the fragrance that got me. And I don't know what the fragrance is because I know they make other fragrances that actually have names. I think they have Melrose or LA Dumpster Fire, but it smells lovely. And then more to the point, the body cream is, how do you say, it's luscious, rich, but it's not greasy. What I really like about it is that it really does absorb into your skin. Some lotions, they just sit on your skin. They feel kind of oily, and it's that thing where you just can't touch your hair or touch the remote or touch your husband. This is not that. This actually does absorb into your skin, and it just makes you feel soft and smooth. So I really love this, and as you can see, I used it till the very end. The thing I don't love a jar, but just mostly because, again, after if you have the wrong product and your hands are gross, I don't love afterward having to use my hands to close up shop. But because this does absorb, I actually don't mind the tub. Plus, the thing about the jar that's really nice versus a bottle is you can scrape out every last drop, and it looks like I missed a spot. Hold on. There we go. Oh God, it's so good here. I just this is how I do the back of my hands. I have a weird thing with greasy, oily, gelatinousy kind of substances on my hands. I have to constantly wash them. So this is the Way body creme. The creme. Highly recommend. So good. Not a bad price point. And I believe this lasted me for about a month or so. Also worth noting about this fragrance, I put this on, and one of the first times I was wearing it, I got into bed and Kyle was like, oh, you smell so good. And y'all, I always smell good. I am not a smelly bitch. I do not smell bad. I am constantly dousing myself in potions, in perfumes, in product designed to make me smell like something of a French whore. So the fact that this product elicited a comment about how good I smell from Kyle, a man who knows how good I smell all the time, I think that really tells you everything you need to know. Love this. Okay, next. This is not a new product. Not new to me. This is the denigrated Colleen Rothschild Intense Hydrating Mask. And I've used this. I've had several tubes of this stuff. It comes in basically a toothpaste tube. It's a facial moisturizer. Well, let me back up. I use it as a facial moisturizer. It's marketed as a hydrating moisturizing mask, something that you smear on your face and then you can dab off the excess, which is so strange to me. I mean, I know that there are masks that you do wipe off, but this is thin as a product. For my experience, I don't look at this and think, wow, this is so hydrating. This is thick and creamy. To me, it's a face moisturizer. So I use this in the evening at the end of my makeup, the end of my skincare routine. Don't put it past me. I would put on makeup to go to sleep, just in case I die. I want to make sure I look good, So this I've been using as a moisturizer last step to my nighttime skincare routine. This is a fine product. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I just don't think it's great. Why do I keep repurchasing? I don't know. I'm an idiot. No, it's not bad. It's not like you can't repurchase it, and it's not like I wouldn't ever repurchase it. It's just not great, and maybe it's different for other types of skin or other people. It's just not a product that I find like, oh, I'm a diehard, I have to have this. So I'm actually in the process of looking for a new moisturizer, specifically like at nighttime. If you don't want to have this product in your arsenal, you're not missing out. Let's switch gears. That is a product I can live without. Here's a product I cannot live without. It is the Isle of Paradise Self-Tanning Drops. These are the best drops to do a fake tan for your face. I don't think I've ever had to buy a second bottle. Like, I've had this for a really long time. It just kind of goes to show you how much product you get and how long it can last you. So this is specifically, well, it's designed for the body as well, but it literally specifies that you can use it on your face. Not the case for all self-tanning products. In fact, unless a self-tanning product is specifically designed and marketed for use on your face, I would not put it on your face. I've never had any issues with breaking out. I took it on vacation and then I broke the dropper, but just imagine it's a full dropper because it is. What's nice about that dropper is that you can actually control exactly how much product you want, and then you mix it in, at least I mix it in, with a moisturizer. You could apply this in the morning, you can apply it at night. It doesn't really make a difference. Just know that it does not have any sunscreen in it. Always important to think about when you do morning or daytime skincare. For me, this is the medium. There are 3 different tones. There's light, medium, and dark. Medium definitely gives me a nice, rich golden glow. I'm very fair, so this works nicely for me. What I will say is really work hard when you're using it. You can see the leftovers of my other fake tan, by the way, so sorry about that. Get into your hairline, because a lot of times when I'm applying product, I sort of stop maybe like, I don't know, like how big is a centimeter? I stop a little bit away from my actual hairline. So there were a few times in the last month where there was like kind of a darker demarcation right here at my hairline where I stopped the application. So I've since started making more of an effort to like rub it in at my hairline. So don't forget to take the product and push it over like your ears. You don't have to put on more, just whatever's left on your hands when you're done getting your face up to your hairline. And then you always want to do under your neck or however you want to do it. Just do whatever's left and kind of put it on your ears because you just want it to blend, I think. I mean, maybe you don't. Maybe you enjoy looking stupid. Some people do. I don't know. All right. This Glamorous Wash by Tyler Candle Company based out of Texas. This is like the kind of thing that you would think a woman named Jean, who still buys Mary Kay and has a lot of live, laugh, love signs in her house would buy. And she probably does. But also so does Melissa living in small town Crozet. But I don't have any live, love, laugh signs. In fact, I have dead, hate, cry signs. Do those exist? Business idea. Merch idea, huh? We got to start thinking about merch. I mean, this thing is going to proliferate. This laundry detergent, I actually discovered from my friend Audra. It smells so good. This is called Glamorous Wash in the Diva fragrance. Because I'm a diva. Here's what they say about the fragrance or the notes. A warm and complex fragrance overflowing with delicious fruits and rich florals. Rich, aromatic chocolate. Oh, I don't get chocolate from it. Okay. And amber. Complete this luscious blend. 2 exclamation points. It's her world. We just live in it. We just live, laugh, love in it. It smells really good. So this is one of the other reasons that I smell good, because my clothes smell good. So I do really like this. And if you've seen it on Amazon, because that's where I get it, and you've always thought it was like super hokey looking, you're 100% right. This company needs a major brand marketing design overhaul. But in the meantime, this is such a great product that I don't hear people talk about enough, so I'm talking about it. Honestly, I'm not even sure exactly how many loads I get out of this, but I'm pretty sure I've had this bottle for a few months. So it's not cheap. Like, it's certainly not as inexpensive as the shit that you can buy at Target, but it's also, it's meant for high efficiency. I don't know. I just pour in as much as I want, like a tequila shot. Like, I do what I want. I don't follow the rules. Rules aren't for me. That laundry detergent is for me, and it's probably for you too. I think you'll like it. Here is one of the hair products that I've been using for a couple of years now. I always rebuy it. It's a great hair mask option for when you're in a pinch and you just you can't wait for 2 days for your Sephora shipment to arrive, or you don't want to go to the mall or whatever. This is the mall. I love going to a mall, you guys. Like, it makes me sad that malls are dying. I love a mall. Like, what can I say? I'm an early aughts girl. I'm a millennial, and that's how we did things. We went to the mall. We walked around the Buckle and didn't spend any money. And then at the end, our parents would come and pick us up after we tried to get high schoolers to buy us a cookie. I don't have a good reason for it. It's just how it was. So this mask, it's a great value option. It's great for when you're in a pinch. It's the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen and Restore Treatment Mask. A couple of years ago, I had a terrible hair breakage situation. I call it the Great Break of 2020. And I'm not talking about our collective spirits as humanity. I actually decided I wanted to do a cool, different type of color situation with my hair. And it was awesome. It was super vibrant, like fire engine red, you know? In order to get that color, my colorist did something called color remover. I was assured it wasn't bleach, and I don't really know and understand the ins and outs, but what I know is this: pretty much the entire space where he applied that is what broke off within a couple of months. And I'm not saying I had a few inches. I lost 8 inches of hair, y'all. At the worst of it, my hair was this long. It was really, really devastating. And it was also right around the time I found out I got pregnant. So I was pregnant and I was practically bald. And because I was pregnant, I was dealing with all kinds of crazy skin shit. It's truly the ugliest I've ever been in my life. And that's including when I was 11 years old. So yeah, I looked the worst I've ever looked. It was awful. I've spent the last 2 years rehabbing my hair so that I can regain all that length that I tragically lost. I've been using this hair mask very often to help with that. And I did a mix of how I would use it. I would sometimes just use it in the shower, for a few minutes. But I found I got a lot more bang for my buck when I would just put it on my hair dry, and I would kind of put it in a ponytail, and then I would just drench the ponytail itself in the mask, and then take it up here on the top of my head. And I would just let that sit for hours. This does not have keratin in it. Keratin is something you do want to be careful of. You can't just sit endlessly with keratin on your hair, because that can actually, despite the fact that it's supposed to strengthen your hair, it can actually break it. But this hair mask is very nice, works really well, comes in at a great price point, and I buy it often. So that's a good one to share as well. Okay, we're just going to stay on products that I love for a little bit. There's a couple products that I do want to share with you that I'm and don't really have a strong opinion on. But I would be remiss if I did not share this magic holy grail mascara with everyone. And if you haven't tried it, I don't know what you are waiting for. If you have lashes, even if you don't, this will give them to you. This is the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. And this is the mascara I have waited my entire life for. Here's why. It's got the kind of plasticky style applicator that I'm a big fan of versus the bristly kind. I just don't find that the bristle really adheres to your lash well enough to grip it and then put the product on in order to get the lash look that you want. This one's great because you've got the shorter tips here on this side, which are for volumizing. And then down here, you have these longer grippies, which help to add length when you're done. I always start with the volumizing side. I do a few swipes of that actually. And then my very last swipe is with the lengthening to help just split, define all the lashes and make sure that they're basically touching my eyelid. So I'm not a waterproof girly. If you need that, check. Maybe they do have a waterproof version. IDK, but for the rest of us, this is your product. It's also clean, vegan, all that shit, if that matters to you. I mean, vegan maybe is important. I don't know what all goes in. I don't know. This product's great. It's what I have on my eyelashes right now. This is so incredible. It's so, so good. Okay, staying on theme with products I love. I have been a huge fan of Caudale for years. I think in my late 20s, I discovered the Caudale Premier Crew line, which is for fine lines and anti-aging. And I started using the eye cream, and I truly believe that eye cream does magic. Like, it actually works, especially when you start using it when you're not too far gone. And by too far gone, I mean old and ugly and on your deathbed and unsavable. So in other words, 40. This is a wonderful line that Caudale does. It's the Vino Perfect line, which is all about brightening. So for anyone who's dealing with like hyperpigmentation, or you have red spots following breakouts, even if you just have like some freckling, like I find that this product, this is the Vino Perfect Serum, does really, really nice things. I've used all of it up. This is probably like the 10th bottle I've had. It lasts a decent amount of time. I'm using it quite often. If you were only using it a few times a week, you could probably get like, I don't know, you probably get like 6 months out of it. I'm getting maybe like 2 or 3 months out of it. It's worth every penny for me. This line within the Caudale brand is fantastic. This one and Premier Crew. So I'm going to do a little bit of a twofer. I'm going to talk about 2 products in one. I'm going to talk about this Skinceuticals pair. This is the Phyto Corrective Gel, or was the Phyto Corrective Gel. It's like a green. And this is the Hydrating B5 Gel. I was prescribed these products like a year ago. A year ago, I did IPL. I did IPL because while I was trying to get pregnant, like when I basically went off my birth control, I had horrible acne, like I'd never had before. That was never an issue that I dealt with, but I was getting like really bad cystic acne every single day, and it wrecked my face. And it really only stopped toward the latter half of my pregnancy, and then when I got back on birth control. So snaps for women's bodily autonomy. I had IPL treatment to get after some of the red spot scarring that I just could not handle with topicals alone. I don't think it was like that helpful. For what it cost, I didn't feel like the IPL treatment was super effective, which is definitely a bummer, but it happens. Not all lasers are created equal, or not all issues are solved by the same laser. I do still have some spotting on my face, and I just have a little bit of like freckling. I'm not like super freckly on my face, but I do have a few, and I just don't want them. I'm sorry. I know there's people out there who love a cute freckle. It's not for me. I don't think it looks cute on me. I think it disrupts my beauty. And there you go. That's my hot take, my controversial yet brave take on face freckles. After my laser treatment, these were the 2 products that my esthetician recommended I use to follow up, because you can't like go straight back into your, why am I out of breath all of a sudden? So, because you can't go right back into using whatever topicals you were using, if they especially were like abrasive or like your retinol, you have to let your skin sort of repair. So these were the 2 products she recommended, this corrective gel and then the hydrating serum. They weren't cheap. And for that reason, I hold them to a different standard than I might a drugstore product. They were fine. Again, like not bad. And I didn't think they did nothing, but I just didn't think they worked as well. This corrective gel, I think gives you a better value than the hydrating serum, because there's just so many hydrating serums on the block that to spend over $50 or whatever this was, because I'm sure it was over 50, this better be really fucking good. And honestly, I don't think I would have known the difference between this and like the Ordinary's buffet serum, if we're being honest, which of course I always am. The corrective gel probably has more potential, but again, just for me and my needs, I don't really see where this product's going to fit into my routine on a regular basis. Now, that being said, I could come back to this in a year with a different issue or a different understanding of the product, and maybe I'll feel like it's doing a lot. But for now, that's my hot take. My controversial, yet brave, take. Okay, this is kind of a weird one. I'm just going to share this, though, because I feel like there's people who, like, don't get it, or who think that this is one of those easy products that you can go cheap on. And I'm here to tell you I don't think that you can. And that is a beauty blender. specifically this beauty blender, the like original beauty blender pink tapered sponge. This is the product. This is the utensil. No, this is the tool that I use to put my concealer and my foundation and my powder on my face with. So essentially all my face makeup. This is the original beauty blender. I have tried other beauty sponges that are trying to rip off Beauty Blender, and I just haven't found one that does a better job. In my experience, they're way too dense, even when you get them damp. The best way to use a beauty blender is, especially when you're, only if you're using a cream product. When I use powder, by the way, I like retire out my beauty blenders. So I just did my makeup. See how much larger it gets when you get it damp? So this is what I use to put on my liquid makeup. And then I go in with my retired sponge, the one that's like on its way out, and I use it dry to pat in my powder. But I'm sharing because I think there's too many people trying to go cheap on their beauty blender and not actually realizing that like you would get a much better application with the real thing. So I'm here to tell you, I rebuy my beauty blenders, I toss out old ones, and I stick with Beauty Blender because I just think they're the best. This is my last product for today. And this one is a little random because I don't hear people talk about this brand. And I think they're like awesome. This is the Inky List, and this is one of the cleansers. It's a fulvic acid brightening cleanser. I was just using this daily. I do oil cleanse, and again, I have a video about oil cleansing if you're curious about how that works and why do I do that. But I usually double cleanse. So after I've removed my makeup and done my first cleanse with oil, often that's when I'm in the shower, and then I use kind of like a traditional like gel or foaming cleanser. And I went through this entire bottle, and I have to say, I liked this. What's really cool about the Inky List is they're similar to The Ordinary, if you're familiar with that line, in that they're very inexpensive, but very high quality products still. So like the packaging is really simple. As you see, it's like nothing crazy. And I don't know, I just like this product. It doesn't have any additional like things in it. It's just to help with brightening, and that's about it. It's not over drying. It doesn't do anything crazy. It basically just gets your skin clean. So this is definitely a product I will repurchase because I think this entire thing was maybe like $8. We're talking drugstore prices, and these are products that are sold at Sephora. So if you like The Ordinary, or if you just need a good basic cleanser, I think you would really like this particular product. And the Inky List as a whole, they're doing some really interesting stuff, and I don't know why I don't hear about it, but I think it's good. So those are my empties. I'll show you my soul next time. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. I am a very standard American consumer. I buy a lot of shit that I probably shouldn't, but that means I'll have more empty products for you over time. As a reminder, if you liked this video, if you like this content, you want more stuff like this, make sure you are subscribed to the Cupcakes OMG YouTube channel, and make sure to give this video a like so that I know you were here, even if you never tell me. Well, I actually won't know it was you, but I will know at least it was engaging to someone somewhere somehow. And if you are ever looking for more of me, you can find me on my blog 24/7 at cupcakesomg.com. That's right, it's cupcakesomg.com. That's where you'll find me, plus Instagram. I'm, guess what, at cupcakesomg. That's where you'll find all the cooking, the cussing, the cringing. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Mwah!